What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to more Derail Valley. So at the end of the last episode we did a shunting job and we serviced our vehicles in order to prepare for this episode, which is going to be interesting, and I'll tell you why straight off the bat. We've got a choice to make and I'll explain that in just a moment. Please do grab yourself a drink, let's hit the rails. Right then guys, so speaking of choices, we don't have a great deal of choices as far as jobs go. So I said at the end of the last episode that we would end up with 3 jobs for goods factory in town, and that's exactly what we've got here. None of them pay a great deal, but they're not heavy. They're empty containers. Over here we've got a shunting job. It's 300 tons, 20 grand, let's say 30 grand with a time bonus. Requires a Hazmat 2 license. So that license, if we actually go down here and see it, it is Hazmat 2, 130,000. The other option is we go over to military office. There's one job here to deliver some ammunition to the harbour military base. So that's actually quite a drive. It's not actually to a military base at the top. That one's going to be all the way down here. And the military base is down here. So that's a decent drive. And it's a decent amount of money. But it requires military 2 and hazmat 2. And we've already got fragile. So, show you how much those cost. So we already know how much hazmat 2 costs. But we'd need military 2. In order to have military 2, we'd need military 1. Military 1 is 100,000 and military 2 is 30,000. So we'd be looking at 260,000 in order to buy the licenses required to do that military job. So I said at the end of the last episode that we were going to unlock the DE6 license. That's exactly what we're going to do. And I'll tell you why. Because I said that I was going to do it. And also, it's because I set a precedent, didn't I? So we've now got the DE6 license. We've got a higher copay. We've got a 2% time bonus. It's not the end of the world. Right. We're going to do what I said we were going to do. We're going to grab these 3 jobs. I'll put them in my hotbar. And we're going to take these to goods factory in town using the DE6. So this is a new loco for us. We'll find... Actually, we won't. We'll go and start it up first and we'll move it into position. So we are going to be heading out. We'll go out the north way. We haven't done this track before. We've got a powerful locomotive at our hands now. And there's a few things that we can go through. We can go through Iron Ore Mine West. And we also go through Food Factory and Town. And then we can come down here and basically swing off this way and into goods factory in town. And get those 3 jobs dropped off. We might pick up jobs along the way. So it's still an exciting prospect. First thing we're going to do is get ourselves over here. If I can actually find it. Over here. And get ourselves sorted with the DE6. This beast. I did notice there's a DM3 over here, by the way. And our DH4's parked up there. But we are taking this thing. Right, guys. Are you ready? Let's hop up. So it's actually going to sort of give us an idea of how to get it running. I'm going to say no to that, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't actually really have a great idea of what's going on, but I have somewhat of an idea, and I think that's a good starting point. Right, we'll get this open. We want the starter on and the traction motor. I was expecting a beeping noise there. Nothing's happened. The electrics are on though. Does it beep if that's switched off? Alright, maybe I should have seen the tutorial after all. Anyway, I think we're set up there actually now. Yeah, things are on. Right, let's see if we can find what we're looking for. So we've got a dash light, cab light. So that is a good start. We've got front lights, rear lights. So they're similar to what we have known. We've got a bell. What else have we got? Sander, various brakes, cab fan. We can shut down the traction motor there as well. And the starter is actually out here. Now, I don't know if... Oops, it is. I don't know whether you need to prime this thing or not. What's that? That's the starter. And we've got a handle here for priming, I think. Don't know whether it actually does anything, but... That's the started. And we can let off the parking brake somewhere around here. Like that. So, without further ado, let's get the turntable lined up, I think. Bit more of that. Yeah. Just look and make sure we had a DE2 as well, because we're going to use that for shunting. Right. Well, what we'll do is put her into forward. Oh, we've got a light here flashing. I think it's because we need to do the usual thing. The cutout, which is there. Wow, she feels powerful. I'm going to sit down so I can see as well. She feels incredible. I don't know how to describe it to you. Okay, one thing I want to check quickly in the manual is, does she have, what type of brake she's got? Self-lapping valve. So that's the same as the DE2, self-lapping. So we don't need to worry about any fancy brake system that's going to potentially confuse us. I just want to check one thing. Is that on or off now? Off. Right. So that should be on a little bit. Yes. Right, okay, let's not waste any more time. We know now. Let's move her forward. Right, is she on now? She certainly is. Alright, let's turn this. She is massive, wow. Okay, to go north, we need to be facing the opposite direction. Because we're going to reverse up to our usual sort of hill thing. We'll go through B Yard, and then we'll be ready to go out north. In fact, we could have done with a look to see where these various trains, these cars are that we're going to need. Right, that's the reverser. Listen to that. Okay, this feels otherworldly. This is incredible. Okay. Right, let's just take a quick look at the station map. Okay, we'll put the torch away. We want to be going straight through here. But yeah, look at this. So one thing that we will be doing in just a sec, actually, we'll go and see where our jobs are and see if it's worth us just picking them up with this or not, or shunting them with the DE2. Wow, she's kicking up just a huge amount of power and speed. It's unreal, really. And our wallet has felt it, obviously, but we've still got 125,000 left, so it's not the end of the world. It's a shame we didn't have a little bit more. Right, let's get some independent on. And as she's coming to a stop, we'll hop out. Actually, we've got the things. So let's see what we've got here. So we've got 2 greens. I know I kind of work off colours. It's easier, I think. Right, there's one lot. So we've got FH21 there. And then we've got 50, which is these. So that's this lot. And then what have we got? 80, which is blues and greens, which is these. So it's basically all of these, which actually looks like quite a lot. But the weight is not there, so I think I'll still use the DE2 or the FH4 for the shunting part, because it's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot to drive this thing back and forth. It's very heavy. You can tell it just feels like a big chunky thing. So what I'll do is I'll pull her right forward. As far as what we think we're going to need her. And to be honest with you, we could do with taking a shunter with us. It's a shame that door doesn't open. But I think we'll put the train brake on and we'll shut her down and stop her using so much fuel, because I'm sure she's running up a real nice bill for us. And I'll go and get a shunter, because yeah, I don't fancy shunting with the DE6. Especially without the use of a what you call? I was thinking, do we get the DM3? Whoops, my finger slipped. Must have slipped again. Oh, so no insurance co-pay increase and no time bonus deadline increase. So I don't know, maybe this is a good thing. It certainly allows us to try it out, as long as we don't accidentally break the gearbox. And by the way, I've never driven this train before. Okay, firstly get it lined up. I can hear a cat. Right, let's figure out how it started. And yes, you're absolutely right. Never driven it before, so let's find out how it works. There's a fuse box somewhere. There always is. In fact, electrics, starter, cab light, dash light. Okay, good start. Not too sure about actual, like, you know, these lights. Let's have a quick look. Okay, that hasn't done anything. What about if we add that? Now that's the tail light. So I think that needs to be in that position, actually. Yeah, that's it. So this needs to be in that position with that, if it's sort of dipped. And a dipped, what's it doing? And it, what is the camera doing? A dipped rear light, if that makes sense. A tail light. Right, what else do we have here? We've got engine brake. Yeah, I don't think we'll make use of that. I know that this train doesn't have it's got non-lapping brake, non-self-lapping. So we'll have to get used to that. It does have a frontal radiator though, so we'll have to be careful with that, although it doesn't really matter too much at the moment. Let's start her up. Parking brake, which looks like the wheel off a ship. And again, can you actually see over the nose of this thing? And where's the normal brake? Oh, that's the independent. Is that on or off? Right, that's off. So, are we in gear? Yes, we are, because it's rolling forward slightly. Right, we'll try it. I wasn't going to do this. This was not in the plan at all. And I wasn't going to do that either. That wasn't in the plan, but we'll get going. Right, where's the rev counter? It's there. Oops. I think that's right. And then you go 2, 1. We don't need to go full bore, do we? What's that? Brake pipe. Ah. Got the usual crack. That should resolve that. Whoops. Right, where's the track? Ah, we're facing the wrong direction. It's alright, we'll push with the reverse motion. Whoops. Is that throttle off? No, not quite. Okay, we need a bit more throttle actually, just to move us forward a tiny bit. This is a beautiful sound. Wow, what an experience. Right, so we are going into B yard. In fact, just while we're sort of meddling around, let's look. I don't know what order we're going to need to drop these off, but let's just start with this one. So that track's already set up for that way and that one. So it's just this one that we need to swap. Whoops. Yeah, I'm going to put that torch out of my hotbar. In fact, I think we'll be able to drive this from a remote, maybe? No. So you can't pair it. It's probably because it doesn't have an electrical component to it. So the unexpected has taken over here. Is that right? I can't remember which way around these go now. It's working anyway, isn't it? I mean, I don't think they need to be exact. It's a bit like skipping gears on a small scale. Small scale. You say it like Sean Connery. Isn't a bad thing, right? If you're skipping from like gear 2 to gear 4 and you've got enough speed, it's not the end of the world. You're not going to crash the box. It's if you come down, I guess. Yeah, she slows down pretty quick. She's got an engine braking system as well. I like this train. I'm quite surprised, actually. I didn't think I would. Because I thought the gears would be too complicated and irritating. I thought I'd have major issues, which we may still have. But it's running lovely. It sounds great. And these taillights are not automatic, are they? Like in the other trains, the taillights switch end on their own. That's not happening here. We're having to do it. We're having to switch everything manually, and I like that. But the only thing is you can't really get a good angle to see how. And no remote control on the shunter is a bit odd. She does slow down quite quickly on her own though, that's quite a good thing. And how fast are we going? We're only going 15, so it's... I have to do some research to see what train this is based on. Because it's almost like a car engine under there or something. Nearly. So again, like an automatic car, she'll roll on her own. Just listen to that. Does that not sound like a good time? And again, it's a bit of a longer process because we are having to manually do that. And you can hear also there, as she's connected up, she's using obviously part of her power to power the compressors. Right, the concern here is we've got a new train that we've just unlocked, stood, and we don't have any means of controlling this one. Well, we could go external like that, and the beautiful thing about the external is that bar there, that drive bar. I don't think that that gear is much use, to be honest with you. That 1-2 gear is a bit sort of odd. And how far are we going here? Can we even see? Oops, wrong handle. Well, there's our DE6. So after using with the remote so much, we're now in a position where we're doing this manually. I think that's it. Put her up into 2. She can handle that. That's 2-2. We'll go 3-1. So yeah, she's very capable. We're just going to go back down the aisle that we came up on. Three, two. Wow, she wants to go, man. That's awesome. This train is amazing. Who would have thought? Like, in terms of... I didn't think I would enjoy it. That's all I'm saying. I think I've said it already. It's just... I just wouldn't have thought that I would enjoy it. Right, so just while she's pushing, we'll just check this. So, 5-0. There's four there though. Yeah. 4 reds, 3 blues. Whoa, hold on. I wanted to be inside. To be fair, that's an absolutely fine shunt speed as well. We can probably push her up a bit. If we really want to. Just save on the revs. I probably should have pulled that back first, actually, there. Right, there we go. Let's get this last set of cars attached up here. Right, let's just have a quick check then. So these are FH80. We've got 50 and then the front ones which are 21. That's still 50. $21. So yeah, all good. Wow, this is a long train, and I almost want to just leave her on the back there. In fact, it hardly seems fair. I want to turn around. But no, I mean, we'll leave her here. We won't be paying her fees anyway just yet, so she'll probably just stay here. She probably won't despawn. In fact, we'll do her the right way. We'll do the service. We'll pull her forward a bit. Got any windows open? Alright, we'll park her here. So the lights off. Does she have a stop button? There we go. And we'll switch her off like that. Put the parking brake on. Throw this like that. And there she is. What a beauty. Right, I think that's been a long episode and our engine's running over here, so I'm going to switch it off. Right guys, thank you so much for joining me for this episode. Obviously the next episode will be making a delivery of this. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, we've got a really long train to pull next time. We might even try to pick up some more jobs on the way and see if there's anything else that we can take to Good Factory in Town, because these empty cars are not going to do us any harm at all. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you guys again soon. Please do take care.